Hi, in this video I'm gonna talk about the game between Minewen and gerrysw11. Okay. But now black came back here, and it's not that bad move, but it still leaves some holes in a black shape, because here is a free space hole and here is also a free space hole. So if we can't secure both of those holes with this move, let's don't play here at all. Let's, for example, play here. And now it would be more difficult for white to invade from this side. And we should not be worried about white playing here, because even if we don't answer, it's not that simple for white to kill us here and close us, because we still have an open corner and some possibilities. So like that, it maybe seems that we secured this side, but it's not secured at all, because there are a lot of weaknesses which later white can use, like for example play here. So this move, yeah, it's not the greatest. It is doing something, but maybe it would be better to play here instead, because let's see what happened now. Now white played here, and yeah, okay, black played here, but now white can just play here, and it would be later difficult to use somehow this wall of ours, because white will be already alive, and what is this wall for? So instead we should put some pressure at white. We should push him at our wall, because now we can put some pressure at white, and we are also at the same time building something here. So if we play like this, yeah, now white played here. But now white played a tenuki, and it would be very painful for white if now black played here. Wait a second, here. Because white can't play here, because now black plays here. And maybe the ladder doesn't work, but black can even play like this. And the corner is still not alive, and white has this vulnerable group over here. So there will be some complication. It is not the greatest situation for white. He can instead play here, but now black will take the corner, and white has a dumpling and it's not that good. Okay, but now black played here. Okay, I understand. This is actually quite smart move, because black knew that white will answer, and now black has a ladder breaker. And now black can go on with his plan to play here. Yeah, and white answer is not good. He should play here instead. And now, yeah, now ladder is working, so it's quite nice. But there's another very important thing, because black cut it from the wrong side. And why this is the wrong side? Because now white is just alive in the corner, and if we later connect here, this does not threaten anything. And if we cut from this side, now later on this connection would be a threat, because white is still not that alive. Maybe even later we will be able to play something like that. Okay, but it went like this. Okay. But playing here, yeah, it's gaining some points, but now black has access to the corner with this stone. So why, and yeah, black just played here. So why don't we play here first? Now black will extend, I guess, and now we can play our move. And it's still quite uncomfortable for black, because this is still not alive, this is still not alive. And if we play our move first, now black can take care of this group of his. And this happened. Okay. Okay. But this move, we are playing from the strong group. And also this move is not doing much. Instead, let's see where are our weak groups. This is a little bit weak because it's still doesn't have a base. And this also has no base and is not connected to anything. So instead, why don't we play something like that? Now we connect a line. And not only our group is not weak anymore, but we also build some influence, which can help us later do something here, build something. Yeah, and like that, this move is like a misclick or something. What is it doing exactly? Do we have any continuation to this move? Yeah, so, and white played here. This is also playing from our strong group, because white is already alive here, and black is also alive here. So white is not only playing from his strong group, but he is also playing next to the strong group of his opponent. So instead, what should white play? White could, for example, use these weaknesses in black's shape, because black has some serious big holes here, and white can try to separate him. Okay. Yeah, black finally connected his line. In Go, this is very important, to connect the lines. Cut our opponent, connect our stones. Like that. Yeah, and now white cut it. But now black had time to become stronger here. So now this cut will not be that effective. If we play it earlier, maybe we could do more. And now black got stronger. So, yeah. And this move. We have these two moves to choose from, let's say. And maybe they look the same, but they are not. And the move from the game is the worst one. Because now, if white plays here, black can just came back here, and white is in some serious trouble because he's not alive and this cut here is not that effective. So we just forced black to make himself stronger, and this move did not get us much. We just strengthened black. And if we played from this side, we don't care if black gets stronger, because he's already strong here, so he becomes a little bit over-concentrated, and later on we can slide into his corner. And that's quite nice. But black did not play here, he connected. And now white slides into the corner, and yeah, suddenly black has no points at all, and we will see if he can use somehow his strength. Because there are no groups to attack. This group, yeah, maybe we can lean on it, but we can't attack it. So it would be quite difficult to build something in the center. Oh, and this move. Do we need this exchange? Now we played here. Why don't we play here immediately? Because what will white do now? And if we play this exchange, later on we would not have this possibility to maybe play here. Like, we don't know what will happen in the future, and like that we lose possibilities. Okay. It's the same with this Atari. We lose possibilities by playing here, because what if we play elsewhere as white? Let's say we play here. Will black come back here somehow? Then we will reduce his center and he will have nothing. This Atari is not a move that is urgent right now. Maybe because now black connects, and maybe later on we would want to play a cut from this side. Maybe this would be more convenient for us. And like that, we lose possibilities. Okay. And this move, it's like if we are... It looks like we are not sure if we want to catch those stones or not. Like, if we want to catch those stones, let's play here. Now it would be more difficult for them to run, right? And this move from the game, yeah, it's like farther away. We want to play closer to those stones. I mean, yeah, maybe Black wants to catch them on a bigger scale, but first we want to catch them, right? So it won't be that easy. And if we play like that, it would be easier. Okay. This is a little bit too far away, because now Black can look for some shape here and play something like that, try to separate us. This would be more safe. And still, Black should just separate. And like this, he's playing in the area that is not interesting. Because with this move, Black is not gaining anything. And if he is unable to catch this white in the center, this would be quite a disaster. Okay. But now, finally, Black played here. But, White played here, and now Black still can cut. So, let's try to think about some other move for White. For example, here. Now, there's some shape. White has some better shape. And, it would be difficult for Black to do something about it. Even if he reduces somehow our eye shape, we will be able to escape. And if he closes us, we will try to leave somehow. But now White can just cut. Yeah, and that's not good. We should connect, and we don't care about those two stones, because they are not doing much, and we can sacrifice them in a good way. That's not that much. And if we catch all of this, this could be quite big. And what happened in the game? Yeah, now White just connects, and it's game over for Black, because Black has no points at all. The only Black points are here, there are a few, and White has much more. And now we have nothing in the center, so yeah, not good, not good. Okay. Yeah, and Black managed to catch a part of it, but it's not a big success. White still has much more. Especially that Black has some weaknesses over here. White can try to cut Black somehow. White played in the center, but we don't really want to play in the center, because playing in the center is like playing dumb a little bit. First we want to follow the direction of play. We want to first play into the corners, then on sides, and in the end we play in the center. And now there are a lot of moves that we could play, which are not this move. Maybe White was worried that Black will create some points here, but he should not be worried. First, White can try to play something like this, and Black needs to be careful about this cut. So he will, for example, play something like that. We connect, he also connects. Yeah, and he will not get much here. So first we can play secure our corner, for example. And if Black wants to take some points here, then he can take them. It's not a lot. We care more about the points on the sides. Yeah, for example, we can play here. This is quite big, because we take some points and we will force Black to later connect with his group or try to make some base. because black is still not alive yet here. Okay. And now it was a great possibility for black, because he could play this Atari, and now it becomes quite, let's say complicated, because what? White has to connect. Now we can, what we can do? We can play here, and now if white connects here, we extend, and white has to take away our liberty, and now we play here, and white is dead. So white can't play like that, he can't connect here. He will be forced to play here, and now we can play here, and white can't connect because we capture him. So white has to capture, right? And now we capture, and still white has to answer, and we capture 3 white stones in center, so that's pretty great result for us. But black missed that, and now white can just come back and he's happy, alive. Okay. But now this connection, what white was afraid of? He can just play here, take points, and black can't cut white. So why are we connecting if we can play a move like that and get more points? Yeah, and this move as black has to remember that his group is still not alive, and by playing here he is just pushing white at his weak group, and white will not only get points but also threaten this group. So now we just gave white those points here, and instead we could play from our weak group, like here, and now we will get some points. And what we played in the game, we just gave the points to our opponent. Okay. But now this connection, both white groups are already alive, so why do we want to connect them? Those groups are super alive. So instead, where are points? There are a lot of points everywhere. For example, playing here is quite big, or playing here. And the move here was just dame. Yeah, that was some mistake. But now, if black plays here, he loses center. Because white plays here, he needs to capture, and it's white's move. Instead, black could leave it like that and play here, some big move. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's a threat that white can cut us if we don't answer. But connection is like, yeah, maybe in this case not 0 points, maybe let's say 2. But if we try to live locally, then we will not only get some points for ourselves, but also reduce our opponent's stones. So this move would be bigger than connection here. Yeah, and answering here, it's like 1 or 2 points, and instead white could play this move. Or somewhere over here. It's much bigger. As I said, first we look into the corners, then on sides, and this kind of move in the center is the least priority. Yeah, and black played here and white connected. But instead white could play some move over here and it would get him more points. And now black can play here. Okay. And black played here, but yeah, he wanted to fix somehow this situation, but there's still an Atari here. So instead, black could just play here and hope to get some points here. Okay. Okay, there's some boring Yose. So maybe let's sum up. In this situation, we should not play a Tanuki, because white play here, and if we don't add a move, suddenly our wall would be useless, because, okay, we played a Tanuki, and now white plays here, and yeah, our wall is not that effective. So instead, let's try to push white at our wall, and now this is an uncomfortable life for white, and we also gained something here. In this situation, white can't play a Tanuki, because now black move here is very painful, because white can't answer here, he has to answer here, and now black gets the corner. So instead of playing Tanuki, white has to either play here or here. Here we have two cuts to choose from, but only one of them is correct. Because let's see what happened in the game. In the game it looked like that. And now white is alive in the corner, and later on, if black plays here, this will not be Sente, because white is already alive. And if we cut from the other side, now white has to connect, and his shape is not that alive, because now if white plays elsewhere and now black connects, this is Sente for white, because he needs to come back there to live. And maybe later on we can even play something like that. Now white played here, and black went into the corner, so why don't we instead play here first, and now we can play our move. And now black did not get the corner, and this is still uncomfortable for black, because he has two weak groups, this one and this one. He would have to take care of both of them. Like that, we are playing from the strong group. We don't want to do that. Instead, let's connect our line here. And we not only made our weak group stronger, but we also got some influence here. Again, this is playing from the strong group and next to the other strong group. So instead, let's try to find some place where some weaknesses. For example, let's try to separate black, because he has a lot of holes here, and it would be quite uncomfortable for him. In this situation, we have two moves to choose from, and only one of them is correct. And it's very important. Why? Because if we choose the move from the game, we just strengthen black in the area that he was already weak. Because this corner is quite weak, and now black can secure it, and he's happy. And now white can't live at all, because that cut is not that severe. So instead, we should play from this side, because from this side black is already strong, so we don't care if he gets any stronger. And if he answers here, now we can slide into his weak corner. This is a very bad exchange, because we don't have to play it now. Now black played here, so why don't we play here immediately? And now there would be still a possibility for the future to play some moves like that, maybe. This move is quite bad, because what is it doing? We don't get any points. We are trying to separate both alive groups of white, and the only thing we did is we gave white some points, and we pushed him at our weak group. So instead, we could try to get some points and play from our weak group, and play something like that, and now we would get some points, and white will not. And this move, white connected, but why? This connection is not doing much, because white is very alive and strong everywhere, and black is alive and strong too everywhere. So this move did not get white any points. Instead, white could play some big move, for example over here. And I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching, and for those who managed till the end, there's a picture of my cat.